So apparently I forgot to capture while I was creating the hand. That's what it's going to look like when we're done. I'll hit delete there, and I will fill this hole for us by going to edge mode, shift double clicking, and mesh fill hole. Okay, so now we have a stub of an arm. Let's go back to our side view here and unhide these. And really we need this one right here. We can kind of eyeball it. We have this alien with 3 fingers because 3 fingers are terrifying, and also I've been told that beings with 3 fingers have mental powers, so I believe it too. Aliens, not what they seem. So how do we take this and make it great? Well, I'm going to go ahead and select this face here. So basically I need 3 parts to come out of here. So I can extrude it like so, and I can scale one of them down like that, move it over and down, and that can be the start of my thumb. And then I can take this, extrude it, scale it, move it over. That can be that other finger, and then this one can be that other finger. Something like that. And we'll try it. I really like to go into this tweak component tool right here, and I like to go in multi, and then I can kind of move points around really quickly and easily. Sometimes I accidentally grab, something I'm not wanting. In that case, you can totally just isolate what you're going for. But basically, I just need a couple pieces to come off fairly evenly. So I want these 3 to be fairly evenly spaced. All right. And since there's only 3 of them, it makes it a lot easier. We don't have to do 5 like a human. I can go into face mode and I can extrude this, Control E, and I'll go back to this viewport right here. Now I got to go to pick marquee tool to see these controls right here. So I know that I need to scale it up a little bit, and I probably don't want to move it out that far, but I like to model using adding edges and detail later with the add edge tool quite a bit. So that's my plan here. Okay, so I've got that finger going down, and I'm going to have to use the tweak component tool quite a bit on it. So let's go ahead with this one, extrude it, move it out. Let's undo that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit W, move it out, scale it up a little bit, and I'll go ahead and extrude again. And that's the bulbous kind of finger that I'm looking for in an alien friend or foe right there. I'll go ahead and extrude again, move it out, something like that. Okay, very, very creepy looking, exactly what I'm going for, just like that. And I'm gonna have to move all this over, so I'm gonna start doing that, moving it that way a little bit so I have room for this guy, the last finger. Just move that out like that. And I'm not getting it perfect, and I'm not worried about that because I know I can just tweak things to the way I want them later. And yeah, that looks pretty gross. So now I take a look at this, and I'm going to try to make them look good with just tweaking components here, moving them around. I think sometimes it's faster and easier if I just rely on my intuition instead of just sticking to those orthographic views, the profile view. Those definitely get me on the right track, but I trust my instincts on this. The fingers aren't super important here, and I can just tweak the components really quickly and get what I'm looking for faster. I'm going to have to add more detail to this one, obviously. And these need to be really thin and then bulbous at the end, just like E.T. E.T. was the original alien. Yeah, It just looks more terrifying if they have bulbous fingers. It's like a frog, you know? If a frog got up and started talking to you, I don't care what fairy tales you've watched. It's terrifying because frogs shouldn't talk ever. Like, no one should allow that crap. Okay, so this finger needs to be a lot thinner right here, but I am going to have to insert an edge loop there. I don't like doing the edge loop, and you'll see that when we get to modeling the face next. I don't like adding edge loops until I absolutely need them, because then you're doing more of this tweaking components, versus if I just tweak components really quickly when there's only a few edges, I can do it a lot quicker, get the overall shape, then go in and add edges for extra detail. So I'm almost done here. I can't get it perfect because I need some detail in here to make it thinner there. So obviously I'm going to go to Mesh Tools and insert edge loop right there. And then I'll go back and I'll start tweaking these components back to where I want them. Just making it a little bit thinner there, and then more bulbous at the end, like a frog or something. Okay, that's looking decent. So real quickly, we made his fingers and they look decent, especially when they're coming at you in 3D VR space in the dark. You're going to be terrified, trust me. Okay, let's move on to the next tutorial.